People often assume that more is better. And in today's video, I'm going to share some thoughts about that and unpack it a little bit because I think that the more simple something can be, the better. So let me give you an example. A lot of times when people want to talk about marketing, they think it has to be complex. So if you're doing some type of marketing for a website, let's say, and a lot of times I will recommend that people simplify the language on their website, that they make it more clear to the customer. They don't infer anything. It's not something where they're trying to get the customer to read their mind, and they just say it as it is, say it as plainly as they can. And a lot of times that's looked down upon if when people talk about marketing, or it looks like removing sections instead of adding sections, confusing people, and there's too much going on. And so it's weird because people equate that with less, in terms of less valuable, in terms of, well, it shouldn't be that easy. It shouldn't be that simple. And a lot of times the answer is it's just that simple. The simpler you can make it, the more plain you can make it, the more clear you can make it for your customers, the better. And I find this a lot with other things too, that we just want to grow and grow and grow and grow, that we forget kind of why we're growing. If you look at my YouTube channel, for example, over the last couple of weeks and months, I haven't been as excited to create videos because I'm not growing as much as I was when I first started. And as I started thinking about that, I started thinking, why am I not as excited about it? I'm getting 12 to 15,000 views a month right now. I just hit 1,200 subscribers. So thank you for watching. And when I first started, I was getting 1 to 2 views. And I was so excited when I would get 5 views on a video and 10 views on a video and 1 subscriber here and 1 subscriber there. I mean, it took, I don't know, maybe a year to a year and a half to get to 1,000 subscribers. And the fact that I would be upset about it or be down about it now, where it's growing and it's doing well and it's consistent, is just interesting to me. And so it's something that I have to remind myself about too, that growing at this exponential rate isn't always the way to go. It's not always how it happens. It doesn't always happen in a linear fashion. And growth can be slow and steady, and that can be strong as well. So sometimes it's in what you remove from your website or from your marketing or from your brain that gets in the way of you not doing something. And that's the thing with complexity and with overthinking things, is they make it hard to execute. And so I've recorded some videos over the last few months that I haven't published because I was worried and stressed about how they'd be perceived. And then I got to thinking and I thought, that's dumb. Why am I so worried about this? Like, why can't I just try something new? Why can't I test it? Why can't I just do something different? Why am I so worried about what's going to happen? And so this video is a opportunity for me to remind myself mostly, but also just to share that even though it can seem like less value, I think it's really high value. I think simplifying something is much harder than making it more complex. You can make things complex really easily and really quickly, and we do it all the time by accident. But to get something down to its simple and pure form is difficult because it takes all those things that we just talked about. It takes putting things aside. It takes giving up other things that you feel are also important. And it takes decision making. It takes knowing who you are, knowing who your customers are, knowing what the right thing to do is. And most of the time, I would say 95% of the time, the most important thing you can do is be crystal clear with your customers. Tell them exactly what value you provide, what problem you solve, as quickly and as easily and as in few words as you can. And that will get you to the place that you need to go. So it's something that I've been experiencing myself. I wanted to share some open thoughts about it, about my YouTube channel. And I still love creating content, but it was interesting because I kept getting in my own way. And I've been finding in other areas of my business that I keep getting in my own way, in the way that I sell, in the way that I create my offers and the way that I interact with people. But if I just do simple things, then I'm able to execute them, move forward, and I get much better results. So I hope you found this video helpful. And if this is something you can relate to, I have also started a KDC marketing community, which is something that I put off for a very long time, something I've wanted to do for years and have finally done it. And if you want to join that community, these are the type of things that we talk about in there. Of course, we talk about Wix Studio because Wix Studio is still my favorite web platform for almost everything. Not everything, not every case. There's some cases where Shopify makes sense or Webflow makes sense or WordPress, or there's other reasons that other website builders and platforms and apps make sense. But that's part of it. So there's the whole online course, Mastering Wix Studio is part of that. And then this type of content is the content that I'm going to be doing more of, especially in the community, because it just is important for other people to know that there are people out there like you that think the same way, that go through the same things, that worry and stress and face the same issues and problems and challenges you do. So I face those same things and will continue to face those same things, and finding ways to move forward. And when I get kind of lost and deviate from my path or from my goals, what I find is that when I come back to the foundation, to the fundamentals, that's where the insights are found. That's where the recentering takes place. And I understand that it's not about the views, because it never was about the views. It's about creating the content and helping people and doing that consistently. And so it doesn't matter if nobody watches the videos. I mean, that'd be great if they do. And like I said, thank you if you've tuned in. But when you break it down to its most simple form, that's when you find the answers that really move you forward, because they're the grounded ones. They're not the ones that are listening to all the noise out there, that are comparing yourself to other people, that are getting in your own head and stopping yourself from moving forward. And when you run your own business, that paralysis, it can be debilitating. So make sure that you get back to your roots. And if you want kind of that consistent place to talk and to share and to learn, you can join the KDC Marketing community. Right now, it's a one-time fee, and I'll put some information below. And I'm excited to continue to share more content.